All right, we getting ready to take a field trip, y'all. So I'm making this video to let you guys know that's interested in movie screenings, like free movie screenings. You don't have to be anybody special. I got invited to one not because of this channel or anything like that. I simply just found a website, signed up, and put in my email, basically. I'll leave the website that I'm using personally in a description, the video description. But yeah, once you make a free account, and there's an option to have them send you email notifications whenever a free screening in your area comes up. So it doesn't matter where you live, it should be some screenings, like especially if you live in like a bigger city, it should be some screenings nearby you. This is like my fourth attempt to be a part of a movie screening. When you do sign up, put your email and all that, and they do send you the email saying that it's a screening available in your area. What's going to happen is you'll follow the link, and the link is going to take you to this survey type deal where you answer all your questions. You put your contact information, your name, address, like all your basic information. But the next part of this survey type deal is they ask you like what movies you seen recently, what movies you watched in theaters, what series you watched. It asks all these movie and series related questions. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm not exactly sure why, but my educated guess is they're trying to, get a good idea of what you watch before they go send you to watch something for free. Because I guess they don't want to send you to go watch something that you don't particularly like yourself. So I did probably like 40 surveys. I think, I think the other 3 was like this online deal. So I guess they have you watch something online on your computer. I wanted to do that because that's like a paid streaming. Like they actually pay you like $50 to do something like that. But this here is just a regular go to the theaters early to see this movie. So I thought they would tell you which movie that you're seeing, but they don't tell you much. They just basically tell you what time to be there, the address, and they give you this ticket that I'm about to print out, that I need to go ahead and print out because we about to be late, y'all. We about to be late. Anything that I see and hear, I'm gonna share with you, like all the important information. For example, like right here, it says no cell phones will be allowed. So I'm just gonna leave my cell phone in the car. I'm pretty sure when you get there with your cell phone, a lot of people are gonna walk in with their cell phones. They probably put that little ziplock lock deal where they lock your phone up and you gotta unlock it when you leave. So besides going through all that, I'm just going to print this out so I have it in paper in my hand and have my ID in my hand. Well, two more things. I see it's a pre-check-in here, so that should save me some time in case I'm late. And the other thing is they want you to show up an hour before. So the show time is at 7 p.m., but they saying show up no later than 6. So they want you to show up an hour early. They sent me a text message saying that check-in starts at 2 hours early, at 5 o'clock my time. So let's go through this pre-check-in, see what they want. Look like just a signature deal, submit. That's it. Oh, it's the NDA. I'm not gonna break any rules, of course. I don't want to break any laws since I just signed the NDA. But I do want to share anything I can with y'all. Woo. All right, can y'all see me okay? Can y'all see me? I guess that's good, huh? When I made it to the theater, I went to the front desk. Y'all probably need that light to see me. But I went to the front desk and the guy asked me, he was like, are you here from Star Trek? I guess they got some kind of Star Trek fan event or something like that. But he said, are you here for Star Trek or the No Name film? I said the No Name. He's all right, go upstairs. So I went upstairs. I waited in a long line. So the line was just people that, you guys saw me sign the form, stating, I forgot the name of it, but whatever the form is that, stating that you won't, talk about the film and stuff like that, to the public. But everybody was like, getting their form, signing on the walls and everything, because we were standing in line. They didn't want us to sign this paperwork. But we signed the paperwork, and then we went to like a second part where they actually checked like our information. So I need to make sure I still got my license, y'all. But yeah, so they checked our license, and they had like the people that was checking the license had their phone. Yeah, I got my license. they had like a cell phone where they ask for your name and they just plug in the name. I guess just to make sure you're legit. Like I printed off the ticket here, but I told the guy, like, I was scared at first, y'all. So like the guy, like people in front of me, they was like telling their name and they walked to the theater, telling they walked to the theater. But it got to me, he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Jonathan Turner." He said, he checked, he looked, he said, "Wait here for a minute." I was like, "Ah, dang." I'm instantly looking to side, like, you know, feeling the eyeballs on me, but still, I made it. They take our phones. Well, they took, you know, everybody else's phone. Asked me, like, you know, "Do you have a cell phone?" I said, "No, I don't have it." And then after that, that's just it. I went, sat in the theater, but the movie started like at 7, and I was seated at like 6:20, but I was like in the front. So they was like filling the rows by row, row by row, row by row. And then when I got in, it was like the last like 7 rows left. But yeah, it was 2 couples next to me. And I was trying to like have conversations for you guys, because I was asking questions about streamings, like asking, like, you know, have you did this before? Like, you know, what do you think the movie is and stuff like that. So I got a little information from the girl next to me, and then the guy on my other side. So the guy, he was basically saying that he kind of prepped me. I'm glad I asked him, because he prepped me. He said he'd been to these things before and the movies aren't finished. Like, I'm glad you said that, because I saw it like firsthand. Around like 7 o'clock gets close by, then this guy walks out, you know, looking all not professional, but he looks kind of like, you know, that little hippie type professional with glasses and the blazer or whatever. But he walked out and he introduced himself, and he said that the team came from California, and he said we came here to Texas because you guys are the best audience. I don't know if he just gassing us up or whatever. He asked us, he said, you know, that we respect, you know, not to talk about this, tweet the movie and stuff like that, blah blah blah. And then he told us the name of the movie, and when he told us the name, I was like, oh man, it was like a movie I wouldn't expect that I'll go see on my own. So I feel like these type of screenings are a lot of movies like that, like movies you wouldn't really go out to see on your own. But yeah, so he introduced the movie, then we watched it. And after the movie was over, they, like, when we sat down, it was envelopes taped to like every single back of the seat. And the envelopes, it said don't open until after the movie, and it explained that it was a survey. So after the movie, we opened the envelopes. It was like a long survey that asking for like detailed like answers. So we filled out the survey. It was like a front and back type deal. And then we turned in surveys, and now I'm here. So yeah, I tried to get through all that before I could say like what I really wanted to say. But again, out of respect for the company, I'm not gonna say what the movie is. I feel like how I said, the guy told me that like when he did this before, he can tell like the movie wasn't finished. The guy that introduced the movie, he told us this as well. He said there's gonna be some parts that like the, you know, coloring won't be right and stuff like that. The parts that was like easy to notice was like the camera. It was parts where there was some driving involved, and like the cameras was like, you can see the cameras like outside the window, and it happened a lot. And I mean, besides that, you can see the parts where the stunt double was like, they didn't like edit in the actor, like the stunt double, or the what did they call it, the CGI was kind of like bland. But besides that, like, I enjoyed the movie. Like, going into it, I felt like if they're gonna release the movie anyway, why are we doing all these surveys on it and stuff like that? But the point of all of this, in case you're wondering, is for them to make last minute tweets to the movie. So this is the reason why the movie, it's a movie that I don't even think has been announced yet. It's probably like coming out like towards the end of this year, 2023, or maybe even next year. But that's the point, so they can make last minute tweets. They had like cameras on the side to, I guess, film our reactions. So they got like, you know, the paperwork or surveys to go by to make the last minute tweets, and they got our live reactions to go by. So they can see when we laugh, they can see when we, you know, I guess some people may cry, stuff like that, or they can see when we're like dissatisfied. I don't know, that's just something that I felt like, you know, I wanted to say. But besides that, I said everything.